Hi everyone, this is Wei from Pandaily. Welcome back to our channel. Today we have the Vivo X70 Pro and the X70 Pro Plus in our hands, and I would like to talk mainly about the X70 Pro Plus since that these two phones are quite similar to each other. Also, this review is going to be a little different from our previous ones because I would like to mainly focus on the phone's imaging capabilities and see how it compares to other flagship smartphone cameras. So let's get right into it. The X70 Pro Plus has a 6.783-inch QWHD AMOLED display with a 2K resolution, 120Hz refresh rate, BCI P3 color space, native 1 billion color support, and 517 ppi, making it one of the best smartphone screens on the market. Inside, we have a Snapdragon 888 Plus and a 4500 mAh battery that supports 55 watts flash charge, making sure it has enough power to get you through your entire day. In terms of design, I really enjoy the look of the camera module on the back. The shiny glass panel beside the cameras creates a more uniform look, not only making the design language more balanced, but also creating an iconic look that others will instantly recognize that is a Vivo flagship. Now let's get into the main part of this review, the imaging system of the phone. The X70 Pro Plus has a 50-megapixel main wide camera and a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera with a built-in gimbal, a 12-megapixel portrait camera, and an 8-megapixel periscope telephoto camera. Also, we have a 32-megapixel front-facing camera. When we look at the camera module, right off the bat, we can see a familiar blue logo from Zeiss, the optics giant. Beside the logo on the glass panel, you can see another Zeiss. Even when you look at the edge of the camera module, you can see Zeiss again. This proves that Vivo has indeed partnered with the leading optics firm and is serious about creating one of the best imaging systems on any smartphone. So let's see how they did by comparing it to none other than the newly released iPhone 13 Pro Max. Let's start with both phones' main wide camera. As we can see, both phones are extremely capable in brightly lit environments. When zoomed in, both phones produce decent photos with enough details and contrast. However, one thing to keep in mind is that when you have a high contrast environment like these two photos, Vivo's camera does lose some details in shadows, as you can see here when zoomed in. In other words, both phones' main wide camera are extremely capable, meaning that taking pictures during daytime is a piece of cake for anyone with these two phones. However, the real challenge is low light situations, and this is where the X70 Pro Plus shines. In terms of nighttime photos, the X70 Pro Plus blows my iPhone 13 out of the water. Even though my iPhone resembles the way my eyes see the environment, I have to admit that photos from Vivo are just more pleasing to look at. The highlights are preserved, the shadows are lifted to show more details, and the amount of contrast is just at a sweet spot. Then how about extreme low light situations? Here is a video that shows you how dark the room is. Basically, my eyes can barely see anything, and let's see how the two phones behave. Just like the previous nighttime photos, my iPhone produces images that closely resemble the environment, and the photos taken by Vivo look exactly how I wish them to look. It's hard to believe that this photo is taken in a room that is near complete darkness. Most importantly, Vivo only takes 5 seconds to expose while the iPhone takes 10 seconds, which is extremely impressive. I think it has to do with Vivo's own V1 imaging chip inside, and these nighttime shots prove just how powerful that chip really is. In addition, the X70 Pro Plus and other X70 Pros have achieved certified compliance to Zeiss T-coating, meaning that it can effectively reduce ghosting, street light, and other image artifacts. You can see a difference here. While my iPhone produces unwanted ghosting, Vivo handles it easily with the help of Zeiss T-coating. At the same time, both the X70 Pro Plus and the iPhone can shoot in RAW format pictures Vivo's Super RAW and Apple's Pro RAW are quite similar, not only giving you the advantages of shooting RAW, but also polishing those RAW files through computations to give you the best starting point for grading. As for the result, they both produce decent photos for you to get creative during post-processing. Other than photos, videos are another key part of the phone's image system. In terms of image quality when shooting 4K videos, I think both phones are doing very well, with the iPhone just a little bit better in terms of dynamic range and sharpness. As we can see at the highlights of the tables, then how about stabilization? In walking conditions, both phones produce stable videos with some natural shakes. However, when you start running, you will see noticeable shakes in the final videos. However, the X70 Pro Plus has an ultra-wide camera with a built-in gimbal, giving you much more stable video in comparison to the iPhone. Unfortunately, this only works in 1080p at 60 frames per second, and I would love to see more recording options as I think this will be a game changer in terms of mobile filmmaking. Alright, that's all that we have for you today. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to our channel already, please do so. And if you want to know more about China's technology and business, see you next time. Bye!